goes forward, completes the lineup. Sprinting from that 1,000-meter mark. Hunting Trip Everlasting began quickly. Then comes Palo Queen towards the inside. Louis Diamond, pretty pacey. Country Time on the heels of the early speed. Deeper out we got Porquet de Vos. Then comes Ancient Epic between runners. Deepest of all, we've got the orange sleeves and cap of Different Face with 600 metres left to go. Hunting Trip leads the way from Everlasting, Winter Fury. Then comes Country Time, Louis Diamond. Distinction starts to creep closer. Porquet de Vos. Deeper out we got Different Face, and then comes towards the inside Bobbles and Beads. 300 metres left to go in front. It's the blue colours of Hunting Trip. Winter Fury starts to move in. Everlasting up the middle. Then comes Distinction. Hunting Trip. Winter Fury down the inside. Up the middle we got Everlasting, and Distinction has taken off into the closing stages. Distinction comes at Hunting Trip. The crowd comes alive as Richard boots up number 5. Distinction wins it from Hunting Trip. Then came Everlasting and Winter Fury. He's certainly been on a roll, and we've certainly been treated to some wonderful racing this afternoon, and Richard has booted home 5 winners on the card. He produces distinction between runners, gives 1 or 2 cracks, gets the better of Hunting Trip into the closing stages, and then breezes on by to win the last of the afternoon going away. 8, 3, 4 and 2, the call of the last of the afternoon.
Winner of the last is number 8, Distinction, the daughter of Gimme the Green Light. Well done to Lando Mlendi. He collected his 1,000 rand thanks to Hollywoodbets and Cape Racing. Richard Fourie, we made it, or you made it 5 today. Well done.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
It was my selection. I was like, go with Richard in the last. Easy, there it was. So, but she's a lovely type of filly, quite consistent and enjoys the sprint.
Yes, if you look at her, she's beautiful. I've ridden her once, and I couldn't remember. It was quite a way back, and I took her Sunday morning. I felt a really matured filly, and I was under the impression it was a 6 furlong, and looked at the card just before the day started, and I realized it's a 5, and I thought it's going to be a lot of speed. She might get a little bit detached, but she held her own. She jumped out well, got nice leads. The gaps opened when I needed it, and had a horse that's got a full tank of gas, and she stormed home. So it was a nice win. Well done to Pippa. Thank you so much for my 5th win on the day. And obviously Snaith Racing, what can I say? They are masters at the trade, and they just place their horses well. So well done to them, and obviously that's breeder. And then obviously my sponsors at Winning Form. Thank you very much.
Well done, Richard.
Thank you, Vicky.
As Richard was saying, Justin, that you're a master at your trade, and equally so. Richard, an absolute pleasure, I'm sure, to have on your horses.
Well, look, we've been together a long time. Not as long as my dad and Carl. I think Carl rode his first winner for my father in 1972, and then he rode a winner for me in 2014. So work that out. That has got to be the longest record of a trainer's family having a jockey for. So 1972, 2014, when Carl rode my first winner. So he rode my first winner in 2000, and my first group winner in 2000, Carl. And then the last winner was in 2014. So Rich and I do get on very well. And as I said before, there are moments. Like, Richard, calm down. You're good. You're not the greatest, but you're good. but that argument might become a problem in the future. So really well done to Richard. He deserves it. I mean, for the public to know, Richard won the Met on Saturday. On Sunday morning, he was at the track sprinting up these runners because we thought we'd have a nice day. And Richard made the effort and woke up on Sunday morning and sprinted up all the runners. So I think that's kudos to his mentality where he is at the moment. And we want to keep pushing to the end of Feb for the Derby day. It's a big one for all of us to end well. So we're going to push through, and hopefully, the punters can follow us on the day. To Pippa, really well done. She's such a gorgeous filly. From the minute that she arrived in my yard, she's just that type of horse that I really get on well with. And Pippa's always like, how's my filly? Don't worry, it's going well. It's going well. And it's just very fortunate, right place, right trainer. Just really enjoy. She deserved to win today. And I thought Hunting Trip in second place was a great comeback runner. My brother kindly given me his winning bet. So whenever I lose
Don't drop them. Don't drop them.
the quartet, the winning quartet in the last. So I'm very excited. Finally, I get paid something for my week's work.
Justin, you mentioned so many times before that you're very competitive in your nature. What goals have you set out for the season? I know we're sort of what you could call halfway through.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know what sometimes the goals are, but we put a lot of pressure. I think for the first time in a long time, Met Day was more where I feel that I should be training at and the results, which is normally quite high. I do walk away from a lot of meetings feeling that I haven't filled my potential as a trainer, but Met Day, I thought we walked away making a little bit of a statement, and I was proud of what we'd done. A lot of work has gone in. I'd like to thank everybody's wives, that all the trainers, everybody, all the jockeys, everybody, the stipes, everybody, that endless hours away from family and stuff. So to those families for understanding, we thank you.
Well done for the day.
Great, thank you.
There you go. That's Justin just alluding to the fact that you need a lot of support from other people. Pippa, come across and have a chat to us. MJ was saying in the preview that Keegan de Miller, I think, was going for a 5th win on the day, and he lost an objection. So thankfully, that's not the case today. Well done.
I said to Richard, please come now, just do 5. But what an honour to have the Met winning jockey on my little filly, to be trained by the Met winning trainer. So I'm honoured to be in their little league, and to beat Gaynor was great too. So I'm very delighted for my little horse, yes.
And both Justin and Richard said on Sunday morning he got there and he said, what a beautiful filly. So he's clearly got the eyes for her.
Listen, she's an awesome looking horse, and Justin will agree. She has a little bit of an iffy one leg, which means I couldn't sell it, because I know they would give me hell at the sale, that nobody would have bought it. So I had to keep it, and then Mom passed away, so I'm very delighted I've kept her. And I think she's above average. I think there's lots of wins in the tank, and everybody gets off and says, what a beautiful ride. The little girl rode him last time. And then Richard now just said, what a beautiful horse to ride. So I'm very delighted.
We'll hope she continues from here, and then obviously in the future in the paddock. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much, Vicky.
There you go, Pippa Mickleborough. She bred the filly and owns in her own right, so lovely for her to keep her. And as we've mentioned in this interview, just wonderful, beautiful looking daughter of Give Me the Green Light. So well done to all the connections, and a noteworthy day for Richard, and obviously a continuation of the partnership between Justin Snaith Racing and Richard Fourie, which rounds off what is or has been a wonderful race day. So we'll see you again on Tuesday the 7th, and that will also more than likely be a great race as we've experienced through the Cape season at Destination Cape Racing.